Hello everyone and welcome back to another great video. It is an exciting day to be a Star Wars fan as the Acolyte Season 2 has officially been canceled by Disney. And this is all because of the fans. Thank you to the fans for voicing your opinions all over social media, telling Lucasfilm how badly they messed up on this project here. And if you're excited that the Acolyte Season 2 is officially getting canceled, then smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get back to this video, shall we? So, the Acolyte Season 2 has officially been canceled. And for all the people that were defending this show on Twitter, all over social media, well, it turns out that Lucasfilm is actually abandoning you as well. We finally got the results that we are looking for on how badly this show performed, and it's not even close to some of the other Disney projects. The finale of The Acolyte got 335 million views, which is extremely low. Let's compare it to some of the other Lucasfilm projects that we have gotten lately. Ahsoka Season 1. I loved the first half of the Ahsoka show. By far, it felt great, felt like Star Wars, loved it. The finale did not sit right with me. It got 575 million minutes watched. Andor Season 1, it got 674 million minutes watched. The Obi-Wan show, one of the most hyped projects, and let's not forget that the Acolyte Season 1 had a $180 million budget, twice the amount of the Obi-Wan show, and it still did not even get anywhere close to the viewership of the Obi-Wan show, with it even got 860 million minutes watched. Book of Boba Fett, another show that a lot of fans got disappointed with, still it even got 885 million minutes watched. Even The Mandalorian Season 3, which in my opinion was the worst of the 3 seasons, got over 1 billion minutes watched. With Mando Season 2 topping this all off, way over 1 billion minutes watched for the finale. This data right here just truly tells everybody that The Acolyte was one of the most disappointing projects that Lucasfilm had ever produced. And it's not even close. With the lackluster of writing, the character choices changing just on a flip of a switch. Just to highlight some of the biggest issues I had with this show was the writing. You could never tell going into the episode who to root for. With May and Osha appearing to be good guys or bad guys at first, and then on a flip of the switch, without any hesitation whatsoever, they decide to switch characters. Even Master Soul, one of the very few characters that I was actually looking forward to learning more about in this show, had terrible writing throughout the entire show. Making so many bad decisions with him, I can't even begin to account how many bad decisions they made with the bridge scene, him not just saving the girls, using the Force to lift them off the bridge, but instead tries to save the bridge from falling. And when the bridge ends up breaking through his abilities with the Force, he is then only able to save one of the children. Same thing for the mother of these two girls, turned into this smoky monster and turned May into also this smoky black figure. And what did Master Soul do? He decided to save the child and kill the mother from becoming whatever they were about to do. At the very end, just when you think this character's finally gonna get a good story, they decide to make him the bad guy, saying that everything that happened to the girls was his fault and his fault alone. And without any hesitation from Osha, she, with very little acting skills, force chokes and kills Master Soul. We haven't even gotten to the cameos of this show. Oh my goodness. Starting off with Ki-Adi-Mundi. One of the very first scenes you see him in The Phantom Menace, in front of the whole Jedi Council, say to Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon that the Sith had not appeared in over 1,000 years. The Jedi have been living in a time of peace, and no mysterious deaths upon any Jedi have occurred within that thousands of years. However, Leslie Headland decides to put Ki-Adi-Mundi in this show where a whole bunch of rogue Jedi go on this mission to try to stop this Jedi Master Assassin from killing Kelnaka, a Wookiee Jedi. However, he shouldn't have known that Jedi were dying. He should not have known about this mission, and yet somehow, for some odd reason, Leslie Headland wanted to put him in the show. Then we get 2 cameos from 2 very iconic characters in Star Wars. The first being Darth Plagueis, his first live-action appearance. And what do they do with it? They have him creeping in a cave, looking out into a distance, where they see Chimere and Osha take off to go on another mission. And then we learn that Chimere, the Sith, was actually the apprentice of Darth Plagueis. What was Lucasfilm thinking in this? I am so glad that we're not getting a season 2, so we don't even have to worry about tampering with his character. I was really one of the very few people a couple years ago rooting for the show, because I thought that this show would be based on the Darth Plagueis novel, which if you have not read that book or listened to the audiobook, I highly suggest it. It's one of my favorite books in all of Star Wars, and I highly suggest you guys go check it out. Great lore, learned so much about Darth Plagueis and how he found Palpatine and how he trained Palpatine. It's an awesome book. Go check it out. And then the last cameo that we got in the show was actually the last scene of the entire show. Master Yoda. Why in the world did Master Yoda not sense all the stuff that was going on, all these Jedi that were being killed, to this Sith? And Master Yoda apparently did not know any of it. And Venestra had to go into his quarters to let him know something that he already should have known. And that shouldn't even have happened because the Jedi had been living in a time of peace for thousands of years. The writing in this show really truly proves the point that this show should not have gotten a season 2. And then we get to the fight scene that apparently was supposed to rival even the Duel of Fates in The Phantom Menace, and was supposed to even be far superior than the Battle of the Heroes between Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi in Revenge of the Sith. And let me tell you, even though that this fighting scene was actually one of the best fighting performances of the entire show, and even in all of Disney Star Wars, I think that this rivals all the sequels, anything that we saw in live-action TV shows. One of the very few highlights of the show is actually that they did a phenomenal job with this fight scene. But to compare this to 2 of the most arguably iconic Star Wars duels definitely does not feel the same. So there you have it. There is my full breakdown of why we should have not gotten a season 2. Frankly, I think I would have been more happy if we didn't get a season 1, because after watching this, I really regretted it. I'm not going to lie. The only thing that I really enjoyed was getting on Twitter every single night, what you guys thought of, and you guys brought great points, and I put many of your thoughts and opinions into my videos, so I do really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for showing all that love and support. And I'm glad a whole bunch of you also agreed that this show never gotten a season 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below what you guys think of this news. Are you happy about it? Are you going to go celebrate? I feel like celebrating. This is finally Disney listening to the fans and looking at the results, looking at all the data and knowing that they really messed up with this one. So I will catch you all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.